Patrice.
Yes.
Can you record and release cover songs?
Yes. So I don't know, maybe drop a comment if this is not you. But I think when I started as an artist, you know, my attention was just on like creating music, doing shows, and just having something just blow up, right? And so there wasn't as much thought into how to build an infrastructure as like an artist, how to make sure that each piece of music could work for me rather than just use it as promotion. Kind of like when I think about people being like, oh, do this gig for free. It's promotion, right? A lot of times people can fall victim to that and be like, yeah, you know, that's right. And not to go too far off the path, but like, I mean, you could, in those cases, you could even say like, hey, at least there has to be some kind of exchange. So needless to say, I think too, a lot of people can feel insecure at times with their songwriting to start. So they start with covers, but they don't realize, or at least I didn't, and I found with other people, that you can actually release those songs. And there's two things that you can do with this. So first of all, you can't take, just to clarify, you can't take someone's song and take a YouTube video with an instrumental on it, record your vocals, and then try and sell that, because it's not your property. But you can work with a producer, or if you yourself are a producer, you can recreate that the track to that song. You can record vocals, and then you can put it on DistroKid or other distribution sites. And you can profit off of the streaming of it. For the master end, you can't, the thing with the covers is you didn't lyrically write the song. You did sometimes melodically, you could change it. And you could submit to the writers to see if they would cut in a percentage or something, but I don't know, it's a time-consuming process. So at the very least, when you think about it, you can profit off of the master end of it. So say 50 cents off of every dollar. Not really how it fully works when you think about, you know, people taking chunks off of that overall. But you can do that. Anytime you put out a song, say you put out an original, anyone has the right to go and recreate a master, a track for that, and then go and sell it, or to put it out on the distribution. It's illegal to profit off of your songwriting, but really anyone who puts that out there, if you recreate, you pay for, and you create another master, you could have like 10 different masters out there. And that's just like the production end of it, right? You can have a whole bunch there. And so you not only can put it out on the distribution, you know, places there like iTunes and Spotify and YouTube and stuff like that, but you can benefit off of sync, because people will look for covers. I have covers that are signed, and if you look at ads or you look at shows or different things like that, oh my God, Schitt's Creek, right? They had the best version of Tina Turner's song. I can't think of it right now. Gosh, I love more than the original, the song that they did on that show. And it's just a great example actually of a song, I think it went viral and all of that there, that just had a whole nother life of its own after it was like reimagined, right? So the writers on that song are still gonna profit, but whoever did the recreation of it is going to profit off of that. And so there's two ends of it. You can utilize them for sync. The challenge with some of the sync stuff when it comes to that is you gotta make sure that it's pre-cleared. So no one will sign a cover song unless it's kind of, and by that it's kind of meant that the songwriters, the publisher, right? The songwriter and the publisher give an okay that this is okay to be synced. And you can sometimes find if you're like, would this song be okay? You could reach out to the songwriters, you can reach out to the publishers. You can find those on, oh my gosh, what is that? Where you can find the lyrics. Do you know what I'm talking about, Jillian?
Like Lyric Genius?
Lyric Genius, yes, thank you. Lyric Genius, typically if you like scroll to the bottom, it's going to show you who did production, who wrote the song, if there's multiple songwriters on it, the publishing company, and so forth. So you could reach out to them and you could see if they are willing to clear that this song is okay to be synced. it's a little bit more of a gamble. You could see if another song has already been synced. You know, I have an I Will Survive trailer version, and that was in an, after I'd done it, it was in a phone commercial, and I was like, perfect. There is other places that do pre-clear things for you and make sure on that end there. So it's a little bit more of a process, because you don't want to necessarily, if you're looking at strictly for sync, just start creating a bunch of cover songs, because then you could go, oh, wait a second. Like, I could be pitching this to someone, and they'll come back with, is this pre-cleared? And you don't know, and then it goes through a process there. So sometimes you want to try and do that kind of work before you put in the effort on that end there. But they can and they do use cover songs. So all of you people that are doing covers, like, utilize that. Don't just think, okay, great, I think one of the biggest mindsets to reimagine, I don't know, to change, to shift, there we go, to do on that end, would be the mindset, like, I'm just going to create this music, and it's going to be really great promotion for my social media, and, you know, I'll think about all the financial stuff, and I'll keep working my 9-to-5 or my side hustle or stuff like that till this blows up here. And it's like, if I can pass anything on, is just start it early. Just start early. It might not be your full-time thing, but, like, start to think about the different ways that you can utilize these pieces of art that are genuine and true to you to work for you. So I see a lot of people doing covers, and I'm like, oh, that's a really cool version. Yeah, so that's along of it. You can release it to the distribution places there, and you can also use it for sync. So I say you go for it.